Welcome back, everybody. Today I'm going to be testing the BYBLIS emergency buff that they added. Right now it is towards the end of the season and things are a little hectic because I'm not quite sure if I want to do the climb yet, so I'm not quite ready to give up all my points on BYBLIS. So for today, and at least for right now, I'm going to be testing BYBLIS in Arena, see how good she is. I wish I had Guild War or something to test otherwise, but maybe we'll try and hop into like a mock lobby, see how good she is. I have her on a DPS build, 3.7k attack, 338 crit damage. I have her on Iron Fan, kind of the similar DPS build that I tried before, but now with the new changes to BYBLIS, what she has now is I believe a heal. Yes, it's a heal on S2. I believe they also increased the chance to decrease defense to 80%, and I think her skill 3 also removes 10 souls. Now this obviously isn't going to do too much in terms of arena because they're not using souls anyways. However, I am curious if the heal is enough to justify getting hit and then doing the barrier and etc. Let's find out. Okay, so normally I know what you're thinking, like activating the 2 turns here could be really bad, but if I end up giving the extra turns right now, he gives his whole team immunity, and then I have a less chance of debuffing I have a lower chance of debuffing the Champion Zerato? Right? That sounds right, That sounds right. Okay, so everyone should now be everyone should now get stripped. Death-dealer Ray puts everyone to bed. Go to sleep. Actually, what we're looking for here, I mean, I don't know why this guy chose Champion Zerato specifically, but if I push up the champion, if I push up my BYBLIS, sleep. I think Champion Zerato's skill 3 counts as a sleep, or it counts as a counter, right? It's a counter attack. Here we go.
You can run all you like. But in this
Counter attack. Blind first. Oh, it counts. Okay, well, like I mean, I guess technically speaking, if you pick it or if you pair it with Death Dealer Ray, it was gonna do a load of damage, but it did the Death Ray. It did some of the damage, and they popped and it exploded. Okay, we are on a bit of a suicide mission, or we are on a bit of a we are on a bit of a one-way mission to activate this BYBLIS one way or another. Surely we get countered. Okay, that's totally fine. BYBLIS procs. Okay, perfect. Wait a second. Actually, isn't this Whoa. Wait. If BYBLIS activates like this, I'm pretty sure. Wait, so we actually softened up the MLK low enough to just one-shot this whole team. Okay, obviously, I'm not really sure what the top model Lulika is doing here, but the DJB kind of made sense. The DJB to kind of stop with Para and stuff like that was pretty decent. Obviously, I guess his plan was to try and one-shot my Para on like the hit, but he was just, well, it kind of works, I guess, in a sense. It kind of works in a sense similar to how people would maybe pick something like Commander Pavel to kind of set something up with like the Para backline. Also kind of works the way that people might pick someone like Jacko for the backline. Okay, so if you're familiar with the way that I've been doing Arena recently, or if you've played Arena at all, you know that one of the most annoying things that happens nowadays is fighting against counter characters. And unfortunately, even in a team composition where I have Commander Pavel, Briarwitch Iseria, and Closer Charles, there are opportunities, or there's moments where you just don't really enjoy getting countered too much. So we're gonna see if Briar, Closer Charles, and BYBLIS can kind of bridge the gap between all the random stuff that I'm getting countered by, and hopefully keep me a little bit above water when it comes to healing and keeping everything damage oriented. Let's find out. Okay, so this should be a pretty good match. As you can see, there's the Briarwitch Iseria. Okay, so as you can see here, there's the Karina, there's the Bellion, there's the Navy Captain Landy, and there's the Arrowell. Oh, okay, he's geared now. Let's get into it. Okay, so Briarwitch Iseria is going to open us up, and oh, wait a second, that's not actually good. Oh. Oh. Wait a second. That's not very good. Just kidding. Okay, all right. We're gonna have to fix the speed tuning, but that's okay. Don't worry, don't worry. There's nothing wrong. BYBLIS gets the S3 here, and I think we should not only... Oh, we have a second garden proc, actually. All right, well, like, we're doing a decent amount of damage now. Obviously, there's like a defense break, but there's Commander Pavel, there's barriers, there's healing. I guess BYBLIS was technically the only character that was in danger of getting one shot, especially with the Cannaaaa S1. But that was pretty clean. They countered me. I didn't get one shot. Perfect. Okay, and finally, we're going to kind of just throw everything to the wind. We're going to just pick BYBLIS. We're going to pick Politics. We're going to have everything explode, implode. It's Commander Pavel. It's Ran. It's BYBLIS. Obviously, these are going to be sort of characters that you pair with a defense-breaking DPS character like this. I'm going to Soul Burn S2 into S3, and I hope that I get countered. And if I don't, well, I have RNL, so it's time to proc. 4 anti-crit. That is not good. Crit. Counter. Okay, nice. Even without the counter for Commander Pavel. Perfect. She procs. Politics procs. And now she should be blind as well. We have like not that much effectiveness on her. I think we may have like 8 or something, if I recall. But then, you know. Perfect. She pretty much one-shot everything. Okay, based on my like initial reaction, I guess, to her being added to the game, like for RTA, I feel like BYBLIS isn't really a character that I'm using to steal souls from right now. If we end up testing her with like a slower 230, 240 build, that's totally fine as well. However, at least from what I could tell, her damage wasn't affected, of course. So it's ultimately whether or not you can justify her damage, or if you wanted to build her damage and you were getting one shot beforehand, this is kind of the buff for you. She heals up a little bit, which is nice because, like, you know, ideally if you like ran S2, S3 and your whole team gets one shot, BYBLIS will kind of try to heal or sustain your team back up before she ends up taking the turn and she skill 3s herself. However, again, I don't know if the damage that she deals, especially on a non-Death Broken team, is justifiable enough to pick her like that. However, if you are going to be using her as a utility character where she's just tanky, and maybe you're picking Abyssal Yufian and you're fighting against a Navy Captain Landy, and BYBLIS ends up death breaking the Navy Captain Landy, and then your Abyssal Yufian gets the heal, I could maybe see that as a situation where you maybe don't use this DPS BYBLIS, but maybe a bit faster of a BYBLIS that's tankier. All that being said though, guys, I think the BYBLIS buff is decent. I don't think it's bad by any means. I think she definitely needed a little bit of love. I'm glad that the change didn't go too overboard. I ended up I theorized that they would do something to kind of give her healing anyways, because it looks like that's what they're leaning towards with this whole barrier and this blind nonsense where they just want you to get countered but not get one shot for countering or for forcing the counter. But anyways, guys, that's going to be it for the showcase. I hope you enjoyed. As I mentioned before, I apologize that I didn't end up doing more RTA games. I'm pretty much just fighting like a bunch of Elf Mage 1 through 10s every single time that I fight in RTA, and I can't imagine that I'd be able to figure out this BYBLIS character right now, especially so close to the end of the season. But anyways, guys, that's going to be it for this video. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, make sure to like, comment, turn on the notification bell, subscribe. Let me know what you think of the BYBLIS buff, if it was good, if it was bad, if you think she needs more love. I'll see you guys all in the next one. Adios.